St. Polycarp learned the faith from St. John the Evangelist, the beloved disciple. Now listen to what's beautiful about it. It's being described almost as a Eucharistic prayer. The proconsul demands that he denies Christ. He says, swear the oath and I will release you. Revile Christ. Polycarp replied, for 86 years I have been his servant, and he has done me no wrong. How can I blaspheme my king who saved me? Well, the proconsul is angry, and he says, I have wild beasts. I will throw you to them unless you change your mind. What does Polycarp say? Call them. And then he says, oh, you're not afraid of the beast? I will have you consumed by fire, since you despise the wild beasts, unless you change your mind. And Polycarp replied, you threaten with fire that burns only briefly, and after just a little while is extinguished. For you're ignorant of the fire of the coming judgment and eternal punishment, which is reserved for the ungodly. So he's condemned to the stake to be burned alive.
So really, with a few words, he could have stopped it all.
A pinch of incense would have been all it would have taken. Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. And his willingness to stand up for the faith. We could learn something from that today, couldn't we?
The courage, the boldness, and it's not a young person.
Yeah.
and listen to how they describe his death. He said, then, having placed his hands behind him, and having been bound like a splendid ram chosen from the great flock for a sacrifice. And then he prays, he says, listen to his prayer. I bless you, he's praising God. I bless you because you have considered me worthy of this day and hour, that I might receive a place among the number of your martyrs in the cup of your Christ. An acceptable sacrifice. And then when he finished his prayer, he says, Amen. And then he said, the account says, the eyewitness says, then we saw a miracle. For the fire, taking the shape of an arch, like the sail of a ship, filled by the wind, completely surrounded the body of the martyr. And it was there in the middle, not like, but like bread baking, or like gold or silver being refined in a furnace. For we also perceived a very fragrant odor, as if it were the scent of incense or some precious spice. Then they ordered the executioner to go up to him and stab him with a dagger, because the fire wouldn't consume him. And when they did this, there came out such a large quantity of blood so that it extinguished the fire.
Oh my goodness. The sense, the vision of the fire around him, and I mean, surely there must have been many conversions watching this.
And he's untouched. And then it ends, it says, so later we took up his bones, which were more valuable than precious stones, and finer than refined gold, and deposited them in a suitable place. Here we have an early 2nd century reference in the year 115 of relics.